A young woman looks up at a library as it begins to crumble to ruins. Title card. Vital local services are disappearing. A woman drags her wheelie bin to the end of the suburban drive, placing it down as a refuse collection lorry pulls up. Two refuse collectors wearing yellow jackets jump out of the lorry and begin to move the bins. The woman turns to watch as the sky darkens. Cutting back to the bin men, they have turned to ash, leaving overflowing bins fallen in the middle of the road. An old woman lies in her bed. A care worker comes in to open her curtains. The care worker helps the old woman sit up in bed. They chat. The care worker goes downstairs. She closes a pillbox as a shadow falls over her face in the kitchen. The old woman sees the sky darkening out of her bedroom window. The pillbox falls to the ground, scattering pills on the floor. The old woman calls out to the vanished care worker. New scene. A social worker walks down a garden path. She rings the doorbell. As she waits for the door to be answered, a shadow falls over her. She looks to the sky. A young boy in a dirty t-shirt opens the front door. He looks out to see nobody. He looks down and sees a settling pile of ash. A hand lands on the boy's shoulder, roughly pulling him back inside and closing the door. New scene. A young girl sits on a park bench reading a library book. She smiles as she finishes the book and puts it in her bag. She walks down the street, pulling the book out of her bag. She holds the book in her hands as it crumbles to ash. She looks over her shoulder with the library behind her. The walls begin to crack. She looks anxious as the library begins to crumble into ruins. The film shows the anxious faces of each of the characters. End titles. Vital local services, libraries, care, rubbish collection, children's services, public toilets, education, streetlights, youth centres will turn to dust without emergency funding now. Write to your MP today. Save our services. UNISON.